Hey, I'm Mark Saltzman. You're watching G4TV.com. Well, the world's first digital pinup girl is back, and this time she's going underwater. We've got Eric Lindstrom here to talk to us about Tomb Raider Underworld. And Eric is the creative director at Crystal Dynamics, the developers. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the franchise and the new direction that we're going here.
Well, what we wanted to do was go big. So Lara is the same old girl we love, but she's going into new places. She's having more epic adventures and has a lot more moves.
So we saw the game about a month ago. We played it at the Metreon in San Francisco. We saw this huge underwater level. Is that most of the game, or is that some of it? Is a lot of it on land as well?
That was a tiny fraction of the game. We wanted to open up in a place that was surprising, but you go on dry land, you go in jungles, you go far to the north. She goes a lot of places around the world looking for underworlds.
You've got a lot of fans, obviously. This is one of the world's most beloved IPs. How intimidating or maybe encouraging is it to work on something brand new for next-gen consoles?
No, it's exciting because I'm one of those fans. I played Tomb Raider 1 and I've loved her ever since. And the ability to take her onto current-gen platforms to show her exploration in places that is much bigger and it's a larger footprint than she's ever been able to have before, and that's really exciting.
So tell me something that fans of the franchise can expect that they've seen in the past, and something brand new.
What they can expect to see is this kind of solo adventuring experience where it's you and your wits and your independence and strength, and that is something that we want to make bigger and better in the game. Something that's really new is she has many more moves to be able to go through the environment. She can balance walk on beams, she can split up her guns and shoot at multiple enemies at the same time, she can chimney jump up to higher ledges. It just goes on and on.
So what percentage of the game is action versus puzzle solving and exploration?
I can't say because we've integrated the whole thing. It's a recipe of pacing where sometimes you're being attacked by enemies, sometimes you're exploring a space looking for a puzzle. It's all happening simultaneously. So when you're in a space for 10 minutes, how much of that time is exploration? Well, all of it. How much of it is puzzle solving? Well, actually all of it. And the spice of finding new discoveries, having enemies attack you, happens all the time.
One of the issues in some of the past Tomb Raider games was camera control. Can you tell us how that's been tweaked or retooled for this new version?
We rebuilt the camera from the ground up. We wanted to be able to show players the experience of where they could go, where they might go, and in the most dramatic way possible.
Do gamers have control, say for example, the right stick of the camera?
They have both. It has a game camera that tries to show you all the information you need, but you can orbit it however you want.
What's the most challenging thing about creating a brand new Tomb Raider game?
Tomb Raider games are almost the hardest games you can possibly make because she touches every aspect of the environment. She interacts with everything. She climbs on everything. She shoots everything. She makes these enormous ancient devices work. We have to bring all of our art and programming and design together on every single thing, and it's a huge effort.
Graphics are obviously a big part of the game. We want to see Lara. It's a third-person game. She's gorgeous. Talk to us about some of the technologies that are being used to create Underworld.
Well, Lara herself is amazing because we used to have like 2 or 3 texture layers. Now we've got more than a dozen. She's got reflectivity, she's got wet and dirty, she's got all these different shaders. It's amazing. The world itself is this great combination of old-style light maps and shadow maps, but also new dynamic lighting to make it more lush than ever before.
Are there any online components in the new game? Is there co-op, multiplayer, downloadable levels?
Well, she's a solo operator, so there's no co-op, but she has a digital camera, so she can take pictures anywhere in the level, and you can upload those to your friends and share where you found secrets, and you can even get her in front of the camera and take some postcard shots.
Are there any differences between Underworld on one platform versus another?
Well, we are simultaneously developing on the PS3, the 360, and the PC, so those are the same experience, but we're leveraging whatever strengths each platform has to make it look as good as possible. The Wii has separate abilities that are specific to the Wii.
Can you talk to us about some of the motion sensing controls in that Wii version?
They are a lot of the archaeological types of things where you interact directly with puzzles, you clean off surfaces, you move around puzzle parts. It's very engaging.
And finally, what would you say is the single most important new feature that fans of the franchise can expect?
I'm not sure I'd call it a feature, but it's the epic experience that the whole game represents. They will really love going into the places that they go with Lara and doing the things that they're going to do.
Thank you very much, Eric. Great stuff. Eric Lindstrom, the creative director at Crystal Dynamics for Tomb Raider Underworld, coming soon to console and PC near you.